Hi, this is Linda with Casey Creations by Linda, and today we're going to do a tutorial. It is from Digi and SVG Designs for You. It is her lemon tea and cake loaded tags, and we have a lot to take in on this tutorial. I'll show you all the pages that we're going to be working with. I've printed out both of the pockets both of the tags that have the pockets attached. We're going to do different things with those. We have got, there is so much in here. It is unbelievable how much we have to work with. These are going to be our loaded pockets. And we've got tons of them here. Let me go through. Get them in some kind of order for you. Here's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And there's ephemera and pockets all on this. Here is more pockets that's going to go on it. Ephemera, more pockets. So we're going to mix and match and see what we can come up with. We've got all of that, and then we've got some clip art. I'm going to show you a real easy way to do your clip art. Got some birds, cakes, all kinds of good stuff. Cupcakes, butterflies, lemons, cute coffee cup, lemon tea. Then we've got more ephemera here. We've got all of this. There's some recipe cards, cute little labels. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get everything prepped. I'm going to cut out the pieces, get my pieces back because I do like to back my ephemera. So while you're doing that also, ladies, have fun. All you're going to need is ink if you like distress ink, scissors, maybe a craft knife, and that's about it. So see you back in just a few. Okay, crafters, we're back. I've got all my ephemera backed and inked. And I forgot to show you the really great backing papers that includes in the kit. Some pretty stripes, some lemon-shaped little pictures there. This beautiful thing with flowers, blues and yellows. A lighter one with writing that we could use to journal on. The little flowers also, very pale blue. And then I love grid papers. And it's got, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's got lemons and the leaves in the background. That's what I use to back all of my ephemera pieces. So first of all, what we're going to do is what the kit is designed to do, and that is this one with all the different pockets. I have backed this one, inked it, and these are our layered pockets that we're going to glue onto this. So let's get our glue out, and you can use whatever glue you prefer. I wouldn't recommend a glue stick because this is a pocket. So things are going to be in and out of it, and glue sticks just don't hold quite that good over time. Get this lined up here. And there's lots of these in there. I think you've got, let's see, we have some more choices here. I just picked out the ones I wanted to use, this one. But you've got 3 more choices there that you could use, and I just mixed and matched, picked out the ones I liked, thought looked good with the other ones. You can come up with a different color combination if you want. Like this one. Then layer along the sides and the bottom. And our last piece. Just that easy, ladies. And we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets right there. You can take, we've got all kinds of ephemera that we can stick in here. Don't want to push them down too much because we're still a little wet under there. Don't want to glue in my cards. But you get the idea, and you can just mix and match, put whatever you would like and as much as you would like into your pocket. I did put eyelets in these little guys and put some chiffon ribbon on there just for that. You could make a dangle if you wanted. Maybe take one of the smaller little tags here, just make you a little hole. And I used the bulb pins, these little guys. They just work like safety pins. You can see that. You can just add a little dangle on like so. If you like dangles, I love dangles. But that is as fast and easy as this card is. Now we're gonna do the other one here. And if you will notice, the pocket completes the image. So when you put it down, make sure that you do get it lined up. And if you've cut it a little wonky or something, just line up your picture and then trim off the edge that might be hanging off. Because sometimes we don't get it perfect. It finishes our piece of cake there. Lined up. There we go. I've got mine backed. And again, we can just put whatever we would like in it. It's one of the recipes. Put another little guy in here. Good little card. And you can just keep going. Layer it as much as you want. So if those two weren't enough, and they're plenty, let's have some fun and we can do other things with these also to give us more. Now when I printed this out, this white edge was here on the edge. I left it. I didn't cut it off. And I'm going to put a score line there. Excuse me. And let's line it up here on the scoreboard. And we'll make a double pocket. Now, if you've watched my tutorials, you know I do not like any white showing. So I would ink up my fold. And I'm going to ink up this part. And you notice I've cut out my card, except I did not cut out the top. That's because I need to back it. If you didn't want to back it, just before you cut it out, put it back in your printer, select one of the backing papers that I showed you, and just print on the back. I just make mine very sturdy. I just like them that way. It's preference. Now, we're going to glue this to here so that when we open it up, we have that image underneath. But in case you like to back like I do, let's get one of our backing papers. And you can kind of get an estimate of what we need here. Yep, that'll work great. So I'm going to completely glue this down. want to put glue right up to your fold, just a tiny little space. I don't even know if it's measurable, because your glue will smear, it will squish out, and we don't want any glue on that fold where your score line is. What we're going to do is going to slide this under here, put our paper, make sure we're right at the bottom. And if not, we can always trim it off with our craft knife. We want to test here, make sure we're not over our fold, and all I have to do is just fold it in. Folds nicely. Get a good press. And we're ready to cut it out. Now you can use your scissors, you can use your craft knife, but since it's still wet, I'm going to use my scissors. And when you get to a point, here, 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 instead of going straight in and making it turn, kind of give it a curve and hold your scissors at an angle like that instead of perfectly straight, and it'll give you a really nice corner there. And if you turn your paper under your scissors instead of turning your scissors, you'll also get a better cut. It's a little bit easier because the paper, we can turn it, our scissors are straight. If that makes sense, I hope it does. There, now we've got it all backed. Now I've taken this one and I have cut it off, and it's going to glue here. So we're going to put glue on our flap, ink up the side. If you're an inker, you don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and ink up this also. Glue on our flap. Lay that down. Make sure we're lining it up good. Give it a gentle press and then just fold it over. Let's see how it looks. Yep. When you fold it over like that, the card will automatically move as much as it needs to move to fold nicely and lay down. So now we've got that. Trim off the bottom where I didn't cut it real straight right there. That's all good. Now, on this one, let's make it a pocket. So, because I don't like white, even inside my pocket, I'm just going to ink up here. And I'm going to take, let's use this one. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Put glue all over here. I'm going to line this up. So I'm going to kind of guess. It's just a little trick. Line it up here. You know, I'm about there. And this is only if you're crazy like me and don't like the white. I know that is about where the top of my card is going to be. Okay, with me. There we go. Fold it over. I ink up this. I'm just going to glue down here. This so that I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Glue right to the edge. up here. Oh, I said I was going to make a pocket, didn't I? Duh. See, I make mistakes too. But no harm done. We just wipe it off. This is going to happen if you craft a lot. You go, oops, that's not what I meant to do. You just kind of wipe it off until it's nice and dry there. Make sure all your glue is off. Now, let's do this correctly this time. We're going to go down the sides, along the bottom, and up the other side, because we're going to make a pocket. Line it up with the bottom. Open it up a little bit so you can see here. Along the side. And do the same thing. And hopefully I'm cutting this good enough that they're going to meet. If not, we'll just do a little trimming with our craft knife. We did good. Meets here. We've got there. We've got it backed. Now let's put our pockets on. Again, these have matching pockets. Inked up. And everybody asks me what these things are. They're called finger daubers. Sometimes instead of dauber, it will be dabbers. So, and I just get them on Amazon. Up. So ladies, out of just the one kit for the 2 different cards, we're going to end up with, let's see, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things. So I have some more things to show you. Lined up. Open it up. Let's ink up this one. Pocket. To match. Little bit of hangover there. We'll trim off. Don't know if you can see that tiny little white edge there. There. Now we have a folder with pockets. You can cut all we want in these. Get a big one. Little cards. Let's put a big recipe card back there. Like so. And you can load up this pocket also. And I think she made this one for me. It says Aunt Linda's Homemade Lemonade. I'm gonna say she did anyway. Put some more pockets here. Some more stuff in our pockets. I just tied this with some baker's twine. But you could just keep adding until your little pocket is full. And there you go. You could do two different things. We made this as a pocket, so let's take this little guy, stick him in there, let him stick out a little bit. We could put a little eyelet there like I did in these little guys. Put some ribbon or some baker's twine, whatever, and that gives you an additional pocket. Now you could glue him down if you wanted. Have him on your page. He just flips open. Or you could make a big pocket. Just take one of the backing papers here. Let's use this one here. Let's see, this is your page here. You always want to leave a little bit on the edge. You need some tabs. So I would go something like this. A little mark there. Put a little mark here. And another one here. Show you how to make a pocket for the little guy so he fits. And we want him about, let's say about that tall. No measurements. You can measure if you want. I go by looks. Bottom. And then where I put the little marks, just score it. Put the tabs in. When you have little tabs, you always want to cut a little angle off each of the corners. Like so. Okay, we got our pocket. Let's make a thumb hole in it. So I'm just gauging here and here to make sure it's the same. If you want, you can measure. We've made a pocket for our little guy. We go just like so. See how it hangs? The pocket is a little bit bigger on each side. And you want that. Good rule of thumb is 1/4 of an inch or more. Take one of our fussy cuts that are in the kit. Pick one of these, whichever we would like. Cut it out. Put it on our little pocket. We could cut out some of the little words. Put them on our pocket just to decorate it up. All right, let's get to this one. Remember our tags that we had? I made one as a pull, made one right here. The other one was in our card here. All I did was print out some more. And I have printed out one more set so that I have two of the same. What we're going to do is we're going to make this one into a little flip like we did the other one. And these are just options for you, giving you some ideas. And again, when I printed it out, I left the white border that does not print on the sheet. So I wouldn't have to make a tab. I already have my tab. I'm going to put this one here. And we're going to do the same thing. Remember how we did it the first one? We're going to glue that to here. We're going to glue all of this down and put our paper on it. Remember how we did this one? Do you want me to do it for you one more time? I can do that. Let's grab some more paper here. Let's grab this one. So we're going to glue all of this. Right up to the fold line. I don't know if you had to measure that. I guess it would be about a 32nd. Something to that. A 16th maybe. Let's go that one. Check this side. Folds over good. Then I'll just cut it out. Always take your fingers and brace your scissors on them. You can always control your cutting line better. Like so. And we're going to take this one. We're going to glue him down here. Gently press him down, flip him over to make sure we're lining up. Looks good. So we'll give him a harder press. Then we can back this one. And again, you can leave this open. You could just stick one of your little guys in there if you wanted to make a pocket. We'll just glue this one down. Against the edge of my paper there. See where it folded? Can you see that little ink line there? That would be white if I hadn't inked it. Because this is where your paper has to move so that it folds over. It has to have that little gap. this. Now the two that I made like this, we're gonna make pockets out of them. So let's cut off our bottoms. Decide about where we want the pocket. Let's make it right up to there. And if you wanted, again, you could make the little thumb pull hole. Smaller one here. That's a 3/4. Just gonna line it up. Looking at each end there to make sure that they're about the same. Him. Here's one of our pockets. Same for the next one. Lemons there. Check. Make sure that we're lined up. See our little blue circle? It's lining up perfect. And there he is. We have a little pocket here. So, and a pocket here. So we can put all kinds of our little things in it as much as we want it. There, you've got a double pocket with another fold in it. And again, you could do the same thing. You could glue it all the way down on your page and just have it open up like so. Or you could use it, put it in a pocket. You could even leave the back open like we did the first one and put another card in there. Lots of options. Okay, let's just take one of the cards, one of the big cards, just like we use for the backing of all these. And let's do some fussy cutting. This one or this one? Let's do this one. Again, turn your paper under your scissors. Curve when you come up the other side. And if fussy cutting isn't your thing, wasn't mine for a long time. I was always afraid I was going to ruin the image. But it's like anything else. The more you do it, the easier it is. And just don't be afraid. It's a piece of paper. If you mess it up real bad, you can always just print you another one. That's what's good about digitals. We have them forever and ever. Okay, here's one. Let's put this cupcake. I also use a lot of the fussy cuts, is I'll make them into dangles, because I love dangles. And all I do is, well, I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you how to actually do it instead of tell you about it. I'm a visual person. If I can see it, I can do it. If you tell me about it, I may not be so clear about it. Going on. Then let's take some of our, got everything covered up here with my school board. Get out our little, let's do cupcakes. Since we have a cupcake. Might want it. And let's see. Let's get a yellowy one. Let's use this one. We have lots and lots to pick from. Put that one there. That looks good. Okay, let's go for it. Paint up the edges. This is why my fingers are always inky and my fingernails are stained. But that's okay. Get it out too straight. There. Get our cupcake. Same. Like so, yes. Should get our little stem there. You can use any of the images you like if you want it. Lemon cream. Overlap in between those leaves. Cupcake. A little bit there, and I'm going to slide the corner of him under it. got a pretty card. Let's take, I really like this butterfly, so let's take it. Sorry, little guy, your antennas are gonna go. I'm going to have him hanging off, and because he's white on the back, you know what I'm going to do. There. We created our very own card. I think it's really pretty. Now, I was going to show you what I do. Let's take something not too big. Let's take this one. Because I like to make dangles, but I also want them to be sturdy, because sometimes they'll get, in your journal, they'll get twisted or something and get where they get folded over, they get bent. This gives the little guys a better chance. This is pretty big for a dangle, but I wanted you to have a big image to look at. So I'm going to put glue on the back of him. And you notice I have not cut him out. I just cut around, because I don't want to cut him out twice. Just glue him down. Then when you cut him out, he's got a pretty backside also. Just cut him out, and again I'm just going to cut out a big piece here. Like I said, this is a little bit bigger image than I would use for a dangle, except if I used it like on the card we just made, it would support a great big one. Or you could have used any of these little guys. I love their little sayings. This one says, when life gives you limes, make margaritas. My kind of card. And this one, when life gives you lemons, add vodka. Sometimes those are my days. It's like, oh, I wish. Yeah, we only had to cut him out once. He's already back. Ink him up. In him. Put a little eyelet in there. Get a little ball pin. And we can put another little hole there. Put him on our card, like so, and attach him. And you could do that with any of these. any of these little guys. I like this one too. Baking the world a better place, one cupcake at a time. Don't ask, just pour. And have a cup of positivity, T-E-A. But I didn't load up these anywhere as much as I could. We could even take our little folded guy. Remember, we gave him some little pockets. And on the inside too. We can put him in that little card. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've been helpful. And I do thank you for your time that you've spent. Anytime you would like for me to show you how to do something, if I know, I'll show you. If I don't, I'll go find somebody who does and figure it out. But thank you. Until next time, stay crafty. And don't forget to stop by Digi and SVG Designs for You. Get your own kit and have some fun. Bye-bye.